Greetings, dear suckers. My name's Joe Bob, and I'm very peeved. And welcome back to Disco Elysium, where it is still 2 o'clock and will remain 2 o'clock for some... well, I hesitate to say time, considering time seems to have been frozen for some reason. But disregarding that, let's go over and do what we were going to do over with the radio, whatever that was.
The frequency tableau lights up, and the green button labeled Prime Line glows like a feline eye. And then you hear something. The soft purr of electrical kittens, radio waves cast far and wide over the metropolis. A woman's voice greets you through the static.
This is Precinct 57. Hello, Lieutenant. How may I assist you?
Lieutenant? Whatever. Ugh.
Hello, Alice. Please assist our colleague from the 41st precinct here. I'm putting him on.
Come in, Delta 10. This is Firewalker. Copy.
This is Officer Alice Demetri, Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
You could swear she was friendlier with the lieutenant. Yeah. He'll tend to be. Okay, could you run a serial number from a pair of armored boots for me?
Sure, officer. What's the number? And the make of the armor, if you know it.
E50.100.1000. The make and model of the armor is Fairweather T-500 slash / VE dot.
Got it. I'll contact the ICP database immediately. Call back tomorrow. Hopefully they'll have dug up something useful by then.
Alright.
The International
Glad I did this now.
Collaboration Police, ICP, is an inter-Isolari law enforcement service, the crown jewel in the moral intern diadem, alongside EPIS and the coalition government.
I know some of these words. Have you heard back from the ICP about the serial number?
No. And I doubt they'll get back to me before tomorrow morning. Anything else?
What's this? I need to connect me to a civilian, a Sylvie. She may have reported a murder.
Of course. What is her number, officer?
Kim, didn't Garte give you Sylvie's number?
Yes, hold on. Her number is 005 1944 298.
Received. Hold on, officer.
Let me just get rid of that. Start slapping a marching rhythm on your thighs.
Give it a minute. She might be busy at the moment. Takes a bit to get to the phone.
Just wait. Relax.
Start jittering wildly.
Officer, I have Sylvie Malaika on the line for you. Yes, hello?
A female voice greets you through static. It sounds like she's million miles away from here. That isn't quite grammatically correct. Hello, this is the police calling. I have some questions for you about your last days at work.
Oh, right. Hello, officer. What can I do for you?
She recognizes your voice almost immediately.
You can hear resentment in her tone. She's not thrilled to be talking to you again.
Let's see. You quit your job at the Whirling. Why?
You mean, why did I leave the bar?
You can hear her tense up on the
Honestly,
other side.
I'm not really comfortable discussing it with you, sir.
It was my fault, wasn't it?
Why not?
Huh. Let's see. Wait, why aren't you comfortable discussing it with me?
Let's just say I left because I needed to get away from someone.
Get away from whom?
You know whom.
You think you hear a sliver of accusation in her words. Don't be paranoid. She's obviously talking about someone else, not you.
Godly failure. Oh dear. You mean me? You need to get away from me?
I really don't want to talk about this. Let's just forget about this, okay?
Alright, I won't push you on this. Are you ever coming back to work?
Maybe, I don't know. I just know I have to take some time off right now.
She seems to relax a little bit. Was it you who called the police?
No, Not me.
But why didn't you call? Didn't the corpse behind your workplace bother you?
What? Of course it bothered me. But I thought the Union already knew about the corpse.
What does this union have to do with anything?
No one calls the police. The Union would get angry.
You can hear her adjust the receiver in her hand. What do you mean by that? I think you know what she means by that.
You know, what the Union says goes. People listen to them and they take care of their own, which is like everyone here.
They take care of their own. And if you step even one toe out of line, you're no longer their own. I see how it is.
Garbage.
Indeed. I am the authority around here.
Okay.
She obviously doesn't want to challenge your authority. You feel much better now. Tell me, why exactly did you let a corpse hang in your own backyard for weeks instead of calling us?
I didn't want to get in trouble with the others.
You weren't afraid of getting in trouble with the police?
Push her further. Show her the error of her ways. No, don't push her. It sounds as if she's about to cry.
Meme them until they cry, then make memes of their tears. What others?
The other people who live around here. Local people. I didn't want trouble.
Her voice is resigned and weak.
What trouble?
You don't live here. You don't understand. Squealing is frowned upon here. Everything is dealt with, well, by the Union, internally.
Yeah, by the mob.
Please, I just didn't want any trouble.
And this is the kind of malaise that people suffer under when they suffer under the jackboot of the Union. I see. Don't worry about it. I understand. I understand all too well.
You do? Oh. What else can I do for you?
She sounds relieved. Do you know who made that call?
No, sorry. I don't. Not a lot of people have phones around here. Copper thieves take the wires.
Ugh.
People don't have the money to have the cables put in again. They use the Union's phone, or the one on the coast.
Wouldn't be surprised if those copper thieves work for the Union.
So the Union has a phone, and there's one further down the coast. Got it.
Good to know.
It was someone else. We'll find them sooner or later, officer. It just might take a while.
Who made the call reporting the crime? This might take some time. Okay, next question.
Yeah, go on.
Do you know who put the victim's clothes in the trash?
No, I don't know. It wasn't me. I haven't been out there since. I was terrified of the stench and the corpse.
Have you seen my gun? Sure.
Please, no. Not this again. Everyone saw your cool gun, detective.
She sounds beyond exacerbated. My cool gun, huh? I showed you my gun? When did it happen?
You were trying to impress some people with it. Everyone was eating, and
She stops hesitantly, not sure if she should continue. And what? What did I do?
you were waving it around in everyone's face, begging them to describe it. You said it calms you, and then you started making suicide jokes. It got pretty graphic.
Eesh. Oh man, suicide jokes. Suicide jokes are so stupid. Anyone who uses them should kill themselves. Sorry.
Some poor sod was trying to eat his pudding while you were screaming, spit flying, imitating the mercy shot right next to him. Spat some in his food. I don't think he touched it after.
Eesh. I should have killed myself. Would you fucking stop, Harry? Oh right, I'm controlling you. I can make you stop. Okay. I don't know what to say.
Me neither.
Yes, but what happened to my gun?
No idea. All I know is next you were waving around money instead, saying things like big bucks cannot lie and guns can't buy money, but money can always buy guns.
What?
It almost looked like you pawned it. But believe me, I did not ask.
She sighs. Well, shit. Do you know how my paperwork ended up in the trash container behind the whirling?
Well, you tried to jam it down the toilet, sir, clogging it completely. After I had unclogged the toilet and retrieved the paperwork, I threw it out in the trash, thinking you didn't need it.
Ah.
I am sorry about that. Anything else, Detective?
She doesn't sound like she's actually that sorry. I think I got everything I need, thanks.
I do hope so. Please, don't call me again. Bye.
Wait, why does she seem angry with you? Gee, I don't know.
Yes, you have obviously done something to upset her
No
at
shit.
the whirling in rags, when she was still working there.
I mean, the real question is, which thing did I do that... Wait, before you go, you're mad at me, right? Tell me, what did I do? I can't remember anything.
I'm not mad. It's just... You were so drunk and so emotional all the time, and then the skua thing happened. It just made me want to quit.
What skua thing?
The stuffed bird. The great skua. You threw it against the wall while screaming, "Fuck that bird," and laughing like a maniac.
Ah.
I think you said it had been giving you shit ever since you got there.
Ah. Why do I always end up screwing everything up?
It was a pretty bird. There since I started working in whirling. I really liked her. We call her Scotty.
Yeah.
There's genuine sadness in her voice.
So you're telling me that I was the one who made you want to quit?
Yes, obviously. You were the worst client I've ever seen. And I have seen so many assholes in this place. I've had sailors fighting, union guys grabbing my ass, kids stealing booze. Once a guy was glued to the karaoke machine every night for 2 months. But you,
She pauses. Go on, I want to know what I did.
well, you were worse than all of them. Honestly, you were getting borderline aggressive. Even about little things like not turning down the volume at 3 a.m. I even liked one of those songs you kept listening to on repeat. No more. I hate it now.
Hold on, which song?
We Go On by the O.O. I can't listen to it anymore. You've turned it into a parody.
Right, sorry about the song.
To hell with that song. Then there was your room. Your project. An experiment to see how bad it can get in there. I tried to send the cleaner, but you wouldn't let me. Threatened to make me understand. I had no idea what you meant, and I don't want to know. And then you screamed something about the end of all times and how everyone is a piece of shit.
That's it? That's not so bad. I'm sorry.
And then I had to deal with your toilet. The one you clogged with police documents, causing water damage downstairs in the kitchen. I won't even mention you waving your gun around, harassing customers, threatening to sing karaoke. Threatening to kill yourself.
Okay, I get it. I wasn't a very good tenant.
No, you really weren't. You were simply the worst.
I was trying to show you the world of tomorrow, the great panic at the end. I think... I don't even know what to say.
God, I knew I shouldn't have brought it up. Just try not to call me again, and let's pretend it never happened.
But when I spoke to Garte, it seemed like he thought you left because of him.
Wait, really? No, this is absolutely not true. I like Guard. I really do.
Didn't he cross a line when he asked you out?
No, I was actually flattered.
Huh.
I've always liked him. It was just bad timing. With the corpse and all that.
Fair enough.
There's a pause. You can almost see her on the other side, the telephone cord coiled around her index.
I didn't know what to say to him later. Then you came and destroyed the place. So I left without explaining. I should have told him maybe.
I can tell him.
Okay, but please don't mess it up. Please don't take out your gun or something.
Don't worry, I don't have my gun at the moment. Unless you mean my other gun. What else did I sing besides the oh? I'm looking for a song. Sure.
All sorts of things. Some disco, rock too. So much disco and rock.
Maybe you can help me identify this one particular song.
Which one would that be?
One that was really sad. Oh, that's descriptive.
Sad? I think the one you mean is the smallest church in San Sans. Butchered that right up.
Her voice carries a tone of disappointment. Oh, level up. From asking about a song. Sure.
Interesting. You still have to find it, however.
Yeah. Right. Thank you for talking with me. Take care.
You hear a sigh of relief on the other end of the radio. Wordless, the call breaks. Then, the already familiar voice.
Anything else I can help you with, officer?
I'm gonna
In the cabin, you see a
I'm gonna save. Okay, what else have we got to do here? Oh yeah, report my badge missing. I could do that, or I could pretend I could just not until I find my badge again, and then I wouldn't have to report it missing at all, and nobody would know. Yeah, let's do that. Yo.
Can I help you?
Here's your trash container key.
Thanks. I hope you found what you were looking for.
I found the victim's clothes.
How strange. I certainly didn't put them there.
Who else has keys to the trash container?
The trash collection service? CS Municipal. I don't see why they would put anything in the trash, though.
Ah, the elusive CS Municipal. I doubt we'll be able to track down who was sent here last and when. This will have to be one of those little threats that solves itself down the road.
White. Oh, I forgot to ask Kuno about that.
Thank you anyway.
Could someone on your staff have put them there?
Sylvie had the keys before I got here, and I can vouch for her.
I'll bet you
I
can.
can vouch for all my staff. None of us would tamper with the crime scene.
Maybe you don't remember putting them there. Maybe you were sleepwalking or in a fugue state.
I think fugue states are more your forte, officer.
Fair enough.
Yes?
I talked to Sylvie. She left because of me, not you.
Wait, what? But what about the bird?
The bird? The bird is the word?
Yes, the bird. I found it lying on the floor with a broken wing the morning she left.
She didn't break it. I did. I threw it against the wall.
You broke the skewer!
His face is flushed with emotions. A rash covers his neck.
I assure you it was him.
Thanks for backing me up, Kim.
It's as if he can't decide whether to be angry or relieved that it was you. Again.
Why on earth did you have to break the skewer?
You tell me.
I can't believe it. I was so sure it was Sylvie. Even worse, I thought she was trying to send me a message. Symbol of hope and all.
A tender type of hope. Something stirs in you. Perhaps this is why you broke it.
Perhaps. Perhaps it has something to do with Dolores. Whoever that is. Mate, Garte. That's the thing about reading between the lines. You focus too hard on doing it, and you miss what's written on the page. You know? Well, maybe you don't.
All right. Did she say anything else? About me, you know? Did she say anything about me?
She said she was flattered. It was just a bad timing.
Really? I should give her a call then.
The man doesn't know what to say. He wipes his brow and stares at the counter.
Thanks, I guess. Was there anything else you wanted, or...?
Well, it feels good to be fixing something rather than breaking it, even if it was something that I broke. So, about that money I owe.
Yes, have you got it?
How much do I owe you again?
A lot. For the room and broken window, 100 real.
Alright. I have your money.
Well,
Here's 100 real. Slam the bills on the counter. I hope you choke on it. Here it is. Sorry for the trouble.
great. Thank you, officer. That's all I wanted. Payment for services rendered. If you continue to stay here, I just ask that you please pay your nightly bill in advance starting tomorrow.
Okay. There we have it. Cost me a pretty penny, but another level up. Nice.
I'll unlock the electronic lock to your room. All the doors lock automatically at 9 p.m.
He taps his foot against a metal box installed in the back of the bar counter.
Please pay for each night in advance starting tomorrow. 20 real per night.
20 real, huh? That's not so bad.
I'll take a room here too.
He opens his wallet.
Of course. Always happy to have officers from the RCM as guests. Anything else I can do for you?
Let's see.
Another thing. Great,
No.
yes?
Okay.
Hey, so we've been monitoring you internally, and now we know your capo type.
My what? Wait, there are capo types? What the fuck is a capo type?
Yes. Guess what's yours?
Cool cop?
No, you're the sorry cop. The cop who's sorriest. Let's make it official then, shall we? Huge lack of enthusiasm going on in here.
Okay. What are the other capo types?
Oh, you know. Apocalypse, Superstellar, the advanced interesting cop, liquid shadow cop. But you're too sorry to say those things. So, here we go.
Won't the other capo types be jealous?
What? Jealous of the sorry cop? I think they'll be fine. Don't worry. They'll be super fine. It'll be totally okay. You can dual capo type from sorry to anything.
Okay then. I don't know what any of this means. Fucking, they should be sorry.
Yes. Impotent rage and lamentation. Let's wrap it up?
You know, actually I'm not sorry. I changed my mind.
No, you don't. Come on. You'll be back to saying sorry in 2 minutes. Stop wasting time and begin the repentance.
No, I'm really not sorry. Fuck off.
Wow. Okay. Fuck off. Maybe we were wrong about you then.
Yeah, I'll bet you were. People generally are. I'm not gonna be fucking typecast as some guy who goes around apologizing all the time. I apologize when I've done shit wrong. And sometimes I've done shit wrong, even if I don't remember it. I'm not gonna be defining myself by it. That's completely naff. I'd much rather be defined by... Well, actually, I'd much rather just not be defined, to be frank. People put far too much stock into defining themselves. You don't have to play some role. You don't have to fix yourself into some concept. You can just be. You are not a static entity. You are a process. A lot of processes, in fact. And sometimes those processes involve apologizing for awful shit you've done. And sometimes they don't. And that's all there is to it. That's all there needs to be.
This is the door to the room you redecorated.
Good night, Lieutenant.
Just a moment. We should talk about our progress on the investigation. Let's go out to the balcony.
Alright, let's go.
The air outside is brisk. The lieutenant is silent for a moment. He listens to the traffic hum. Then,
Now then, we should talk about the investigation. But I also feel you're a bit hazy on the RCM.
Quite.
Our role here, our rights, our jurisdiction, basically.
He lights a cigarette. I didn't know you smoked, Kim.
I have a cigarette every night when I go over my notes. It's something of a ritual.
That's
Oh,
bad
man,
for you.
He looks so devastatingly cool with that cigarette.
That shit is bad for you. You might say that I'm the last person in the world to be lecturing you for that sort of thing, but hey, that just means I know better than anyone else, I suppose. How did you get so cool, Kim?
You mean this? This isn't cool. It's an unnecessary trial of will and unhealthy.
The light of his cigarette illuminates a fleeting smile. He flicks the ash. Huh? But you are.
Keeping the habit within the parameters he's given himself takes a lot of focus. It would be easier to simply quit.
Right then, the debrief.
Yes, it's been a long and eventful day.
How do you think today went?
We performed a thorough initial inspection of the victim's body, so that's good. One could say it's the main thing to do in a murder.
Quite.
Then you shot the body down, which was quite a shot.
Damn straight. I'm a sharpshooting cop.
On this occasion, I must agree. At any rate, your shot enabled us to perform a field autopsy on the victim. We found some things we can really work with. Moreover, you found that the hanged man wasn't just hanged, he was also shot. That was some excellent detective work.
Damn straight. That was some straight up fucking Sherlock Holmes shit. Wait, does Sherlock Holmes exist in this world? Yeah, whatever.
And you managed to locate and pull out the bullet, so we can get ballistics, make up the gun. All this is invaluable.
Not as invaluable as you are, Kim. Yeah, no big deal.
Unfortunately, the body is still decomposing in the yard. We should take care of that as soon as possible.
Right. Yeah, right as soon as I nick his boots. I mean, right as soon as we take a rest for the night. It's not like we can... I mean, it's not like we can take the body over there at the moment. I mean, I guess we theoretically could, but... Whatever. It's better to have a good night's sleep rather than going out there sleep deprived. That's a recipe for a crash.
We did perform a thorough search of the crime scene. That's great. Now for the interviews.
He takes a deep drag and looks at the city. That's my forte. Unlike most cops, I understand how important communication is in our line of work. That's actually true, considering my high psyche and intellect stuff.
Very important indeed. Well, we conducted an interview with Everard Clare.
Yeah.
He wasn't particularly forthcoming with useful information, however.
I'm sure I can get him to tell us more.
Claire also helped you, how should I say, remember your name? That's a relief.
Big relief. It's a very serviceable name, too.
Moving on. We tried to interview the Wild Palms rep, but she asked us to do something for her first. Fine, so be it. I have a feeling Joyce knows how dangerous the situation really is. We have to get her to talk to us.
Indeed. He purses his lips. You think maybe I should try and seduce the information out of her? Nah, she's too professional for that. I might seduce her anyways, though.
Above all, though, today was exhausting.
Yeah.
What's with all the running? You run a lot. Is that a standard Precinct 41 practice?
Oh, man. I don't know why I do the things I do, Lieutenant Kitsuragi.
It's impressive, especially for a man your age. And in those hills.
He nods thoughtfully, tapping his finger on his cigarette. Thanks.
Nice shoes, by the way. I like the green.
Do you?
Goes with the orange.
Do you really? He looks at your snakeskin shoes and smiles, suddenly. So what are our powers, exactly? The RCM?
They're quite limited, actually. The power officers of the Revachol Citizens Militia exercise most frequently is imposing fines of up to 1,000 real for offenses, in accordance with an interdepartmental schedule.
1,000? Why not more?
The RCM's primary role is to ensure safety. We are not really supposed to play any part in the economic structure of Revachol.
And fines are, well, I have some opinions about fines as a punishment. Wouldn't that be an easy power to abuse?
Yes, although indirectly, as citizens can always request records from their local station. Officers of the RCM have been known to take bribes of less than the prescribed fine amount.
Ah,
It undermines trust in the RCM.
indeed. Okay, what else?
We can arrest people, of course, but rather than bringing someone in directly, it's preferable to serve a station cold sleep. It prevents confusion and overcrowding.
Wait, how can you be sure that the arrestee will show up?
You can't.
Ah.
Those who don't show up become fugitives, though, and have fewer legal rights when they are eventually caught. It's about power projection. Thus far, they seem to mostly show up.
Fair enough. And for anyone who seems like a really significant flight risk, we can always just drag them in directly. It's just an advisement, I suppose.
When power calls you, you come. But power itself is a fragile trick of perception.
Quite. I see. And if someone resists?
As you may have gathered from the fact that we are expected to carry a record of our kills, like the one in your watermarks, we are permitted to use whatever force is necessary, and strongly admonished not to abuse that power.
Wait, so if I kill someone while on duty...
You have to supply compelling evidence for why it was necessary to use lethal force. In these cases, your partner is usually your witness. Not a good position to be in, by the way.
Indeed.
Internal Affairs handles these cases thoroughly, by cross-examining you for inconsistencies. It is hard to cover for anyone, which is for the best.
True enough. What happens to the people we convict?
We don't convict. We arrest and send them to coalition government courts.
Of course.
In Courant and La Delta. The prosecution works off our testimonies and records, which is why it's paramount to keep them.
He taps on his coat pocket, where he keeps his notes. And who makes all these rules?
The coalition government, and the moral intern more broadly. The RCM was formed by the coalition government to restore order in the international zone after the revolution. So we did. Now we attempt to maintain that order. No more, no less.
His gaze is absently fixed on a window below that... His gaze is absently fixed on a window below that just went dark.
Or perhaps it is better to say we were allowed to form. It's a point of contention whether the citizens of Revachol or the coalition government founded the RCM. Silence. A great comment to such a conundrum.
Indeed. The Moral Intern, what is it?
The Moralist International are the world's largest political organization. You know who they are. They have been running this place after the revolution failed.
If I didn't know, how would you describe them?
They're a union of center-left and center-right parties across the Real Belt. Our coalition government is just one of its many projects. They also run the ICP, EPIS, most intergovernmental organizations in the world.
What do they believe in? If that can be applied to a political organization in any meaningful sense.
What do they believe in? They are Dolorians. They believe they continue the humanist project set forth by Her Innocence Dolores Day 4 centuries ago.
Oh.
Others say they are just technocrats.
Dolores Day, huh? Who is Dolores Day?
A historic figure? The author of the modern age? You will have to look elsewhere for opinions. The subject of humanism is too abstract for me.
What is their symbol?
Interesting question. It's a blue forget-me-not. Their motto is love, compassion, self-discipline. I think you can gauge what they want you to think of them from that.
Huh, indeed. Self-discipline, huh? All of those are, in theory, laudable virtues, but... well... without a solid backing of rationality, they can easily become... malignant.
Something kind and usual.
Indeed.
Something almost self-explanatory. Something ominous.
Huh.
Something like the dark blue, serious color of the early night sky above.
What do you think of them?
The moral intern are a fact. I try not to have opinions on facts until they change.
Huh.
And it doesn't look like that's about to happen.
Indeed.
It is more than that. There's some kind of affection in him.
You like the moral intern.
Yes, I did, when I was younger. In my 20s, I considered myself a moralist. A blue forget-me-not, a piece of the sky. They're not all that bad.
Huh.
That's another leitmotif associated with moralism.
I gathered.
But the years have changed that. I don't know what I believe in now.
Yeah,
No, I believe in the RCM. That's enough for me.
I feel you, man. Well, not really, actually. I don't remember a time when I ever subscribed to ideologies and such. I have an opinion on the moral intern.
Do you?
The lieutenant arches his brow, then pulls on his cigarette. It's a slim white thing in his fingers. Let's see. Things are bad out there. We need them here, giving us the right to police Revachol. They've done an awful job here. Have you seen the place? This isn't humanism. We are stooges of the world's biggest bourgeoisie organization, protecting bourgeoisie rights. Mother silently, immigrants, liberal, kips, fucking men are turning into women. On second thought, I don't have an opinion. Forget about it.
My kind of police officer.
He nods, a light smile, then looks at the roundabout. Yeah? Yeah.
The dying lights of the city shimmer below. Slowly, like luminous clouds, they pass on his lenses. The lieutenant looks at his slim cigarette, contemplating the next drag. This soldier is the highlight of the day for me, he thinks. This little stick right here. An aerostatic passes overhead, the whiskers of its floodlights on the ground below. Kitsuragi's glasses light up as he looks to the sky. Two glowing circles.
They really don't like us here. And the mouth on that kid, Kuno. It's different in land, in Jamrock, in the GRIH.
He pulls on the cigarette. Why are they like this?
It's our fault for leaving this place to the dogs, to the union, to the company, not daring to come here more often. This place has fallen between the cracks, the jurisdictions of our two precincts.
Yeah. Yeah. I suppose that's true. Leaving this place to the dogs. And in Jamrock and the GRIH?
We run this city. West of the river is RCM land.
He looks at the dark silhouette of the equestrian monument cutting into the night sky. Funny that large part of the reason why they hate us is because we left this place to the dogs. And in response, they do what they can to drive us out further. Isn't that funny? Oh well.
It's incredibly hard. Human beings are... But we are in control, and it's worth it. The organization works, our systems work. If they didn't, the city would disintegrate.
The whole city is dangling by a wire, and we are that wire.
Night. Captain Ptolemy Price steps into the yard. A piebald horse waits by the motor carriage, chewing oats out of an oat bag. Seagulls fly overhead. The sky is black. Captain Price wears a black suit and a standard patrol coat as he mounts the horse to head home. Rows of houses on either side, hunching over the sidewalks, and Precinct 41 with its dome roof growing distant. Around him, the streets are silent. A kid on the corner waves at the captain as he takes the turn on Petition and Main. The horse neighs. The captain nods back. Thanks, kid, he thinks. He's grateful.
I hope our investigation will help improve the situation here. At least do some good.
Me too. But I wouldn't count on any drastic changes in our lifetimes.
You never know.
He is very tired. but the dark circles under his eyes make him look younger, not older.
Thank you for this.
Yeah, it's getting very cold now. Let's go.
He puts out the stub of his cigarette and looks to the door. Alright. Yeah. Let's go then, audience. God, it's been a long fucking day. I mean, how many is this? Man, 13 episodes or so. On the just the first day. It's been a long, long day. But without any further ado, and there has been quite a bit, I have been Joe Bob, and I'm very peeved. And remember, dislike the video, unsubscribe if you're for some reason subscribed, and leave a nasty comment in the comment section down below. Thank you all so much for watching, and so long, suckers.
You're gonna be okay, kid.